Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Unit Lost. My name is Kirioth and today we are going to talk about Heroes of the Storm and League of Legends. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, Blizzard showed off Heroes of the Storm at this year's Blizzcon, and as it turns out, it is not going to be like League of Legends at all, really. In fact, the differences between Blizzard's new Hero Brawler, which are their words, not mine, and LoL are pretty significant. So here is a rundown of how the two compare gameplay-wise, so you can draw your own judgments. First of all, experience is shared between all the players on your team. So that is the first massive departure from LoL. Unlike LoL, you will never find on your team one lad at level 10, or another at level 8, or another extreme, one at level 18 and one at level 10, because all of the experience is shared equally between everyone on the 5-man team. Now, the interesting thing is that that also applies to kills on enemy heroes. So you might be the badass who gets the kill, but the whole team gets the experience. So in Heroes of the Storm, there will never be one hero that is massively stronger than everyone else and an absolute beast, because the focus is very much on team play, more so than League of Legends in that respect. If you play as a team, you will get stronger as a team. If you try and go solo, you'll end up making the entire enemy team stronger, because if you die to them, they all get a boost and you get nothing. Your team gets nothing and you make them fall behind. That's quite interesting to me. That takes away the emphasis on, look at me, I've just got a pentakill, and instead places it on, hey, look how well we fought as a team, we got a pentakill. I like that. There's also no gold in Heroes of the Storm, and no purchasable items. So again, a massive departure from the traditional MOBA fare of League of Legends. All the hero customization is done via a talent system, and you start with all of your skills. So every time you level, your skills get stronger, and every few levels you can pick up a talent that will give you an active or passive ability, and that's how you tailor your hero to your needs. You don't go back to the shop, you don't farm and then buy like you do in League of Legends. That system is completely absent. You pretty much do everything on the fly as you level up. You get your ultimate ability at level 10 instead of level 6, but you get a choice as to what that ability will be. So there'll be like two options to choose from, for example. So say in League of Legends you are Olaf. You will get your ultimate at level 6, same as everyone else, and your ultimate is called Ragnarok. That's it. That's all it is. You just click the button and hooray, you've got your ultimate. In Heroes of the Storm, though, for example, as Arthas, you can choose at level 10 whether to summon the massive frost dragon of Wynn or an army of ghouls with which to knock down enemy fortifications. So you can go one of two ways there. You can either go for an anti-hero kind of build, or you can go anti-fortification. You become a siege kind of hero instead. That's quite good. Each hero has got a couple of choices for their ultimate, and so you make that choice based on your role and the strategy your team's adopted. Already, despite the fact that there are no items as such that you can buy, that provides quite a bit of choice, because that is directly affecting how your character plays in terms of what abilities you get to use, as opposed to just making them quicker or stronger, or making their abilities do more damage. I quite like that as well. In fact, while we're talking about skills and levelling, you still get experience if you die as well. Again, a massive departure from League of Legends, because if you die in LoL, of course, you don't get any experience at all. You sit there and you wait, and then you come back and you are a bit behind. In Heroes of the Storm, death means you don't get to fight. But you also don't get left behind the rest of your team, or in fact the rest of the game, in terms of level. So it's possible to come back pretty much as strong as you left the fight. Some of the biggest changes are to minions, though, from the traditional MOBA, your traditional League of Legends style. In Heroes of the Storm, there is absolutely no benefit in last hitting, for instance. Instead, if you're a siege character, and siege characters specialise in destroying enemy structures and minion waves, you're just going to want to melt down enemy minion waves as quickly as possible. That's what you're there for. Massive AoE damage all over the minion wave, destroy them. There's no benefit whatsoever in waiting until the last second to take the minion down. That's not the only difference either. On some maps in Heroes of the Storm, neutral mobs can be captured and used to push your lanes. Others will give you quests, and if you complete the quest, they'll help your team. On one map, you have to collect skulls to create a grave golem who appears in your lane and starts pushing down enemy structures. Now, the more skulls you collect, you get a bigger golem. But the way to get skulls is to go into an instance. An actual separate part of the map. It's not part of the two-lane system on the map. Oh no, you've got to go down into the mines and fight the undead and then kill a boss. Now, that is a massive departure from League of Legends. I mean, what? Bosses in League of Legends. Okay, so you've got Vilemore and you've got Baron Nashor. We won't count the dragon because the dragon's piss weak. I mean, killing Baron Nashor, I mean, how'd you get to him? Oh yeah, you go up the river and you turn right. in Heroes of the Storm, you've got a full-on instant system built into the game, into one of the maps. At least one of the maps. That is, in terms of strategies, away from League of Legends, that opens up a ridiculous number of opportunities and choices for you to make as a team. I think that's fantastic. That's a real cross between RTS and, I guess, MMO and MOBA. The variety of maps is a massive difference as well. I mean, League of Legends, you can either play on Summoner's Rift if you want a good 5v5, or you can play on Dominion, which no one plays because it's no good. You can do Twisted Tree Line, which is nowhere near as popular as Summoner's Rift, or you can do All Random All Mid. And those are your choices. Thank you very much for coming. That's how it has been with MOBAs for ages. League of Legends is just the most popular one at the moment, but that is your standard MOBA fare. You have a map and lots of heroes. Heroes of the Storm is going in a completely different direction. There is going to be loads of different maps with loads of different objectives, loads of different quests, and different ways of winning. So, already, that is more like an RTS than a MOBA. I really think, honestly, that Blizzard are really onto something here, because Heroes of the Storm is not just going to be another MOBA like League of Legends and all the rest of them. It's something else. It's above and beyond the standard farm, kill and buy system that League of Legends and Dota 2 and all the others have got. I think it's going to be a game to watch, because as it approaches release, especially if it's anywhere near as good as it looks, it could well have a huge impact on the current big names. I mean, this game is designed to be quick, it's designed to be exciting. The matches are supposed to last about 20 minutes. The maps are full of little things like minions you can capture to push your lanes, grave golems, mobs that you can build yourself, you can summon in units, you can do all kinds of stuff. Hell, you can go down in instants. And yet, this is only a 20-minute long game. It feels like a cross between an RTS and a MOBA and an MMO. You've got all these different things that, frankly, Blizzard are very good at, all mashed together. And now, if you said to someone, hey, do you want to play an RTS MOBA MMO? They go, no, that sounds dreadful. But actually, it looks really good. The way they've mashed them together, you've got these different objectives, these different ways of playing the game, these different strategies. The fact that the team stays as a team, everyone levels together. There's no sort of gear disparity. It's not like, oh, I bought the wrong item, I've completely wrecked myself, I've got to sell it and start again. No, there's none of that. Instead, everyone levels in lockstep. So you get a kill, the entire team gets credited for the kill. Now, that's going to take away from the glory seekers, the people who fancy themselves as PvP gods. I was able to kill 4 people in the first 5 minutes and therefore I'm the best. But that's not the point of the game. The point of the game is teamwork, and the entire game seems to be revolving entirely around teamwork and how you play. I really am looking forward to this, guys. I think it could be something very, very special. I mean, League of Legends, I played that for a long time. I did enjoy it, but I found the games dragged on too long. I think that the last hitting thing, frankly, no matter how much you enjoy the game, can be a bit tedious and irritating. This whole thing of focusing on PvP, focusing on these two teams having a big battle, the minions are like an afterthought. They're what you use to assault the base. The rest of the time, you're going after each other. You're going after each other and you're going after objectives. There's no last hitting. There's no stalling the wave. There's none of that. There's no freezing the lane. You just go in. It's all about speed. It's all about action. It's all about strategy. I am massively looking forward to this, and I think it could be something really quite special. The question is, what do you think? Do you share my optimism for this game? Do you think it looks that good, or do you think I'm blowing it out of proportion? I've already said, I think this looks like something that could be really exciting and is a massive change from the current MOBA genre. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, guys. I've been Kirioth. You can find me on Twitter with @Kirioth. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Toodaloo, people.